Billy is here and Billy is back. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back home. If y'all didn't know, I spent the past couple of weeks out in Georgia. I went home to visit friends and family. Technically, I was there also for a funeral, but it was for my husband's side of the family, so I wasn't, too affected. I was just sad on his behalf. But I also decided to stay down back at home for basically the month of September and visit friends and family and do all that fun stuff since I hadn't seen them in a while, and it was really good. I had a really good time. But today I just thought I would catch up a little bit with you guys. Y'all can watch my little blue character. This is kind of an older drawing, but I recorded myself doing it and then I never did anything with the footage. So now we have something to do with the footage. Yay! We love not wasting footage. So anyways, my time in Georgia went really well. I was able to surprise some of my besties. Don't ask me how I was able to keep it under wraps. I mean, they knew I was coming to North Carolina for a funeral, but they didn't know I was going to Georgia. And what I ended up doing was messaging their boyfriends and husbands and being like, hey, what time is this person, like, when are they not working? When are they off? Like, how can I come by and surprise them? And it was really sweet. I showed up at their house and I was like, surprise, it's me. And then they cried and then I was sad. I wasn't sad, I was crying because they were crying, but I was like, it feels good to be loved. So that went really well. Spent a lot of time with them, spent a lot of time with my mom and my little sister and whatnot. And fun enough, my cousin also flew down from Maine. And my cousin's about 4 years younger than me, and she is so talented, and I love her so much because she did my hair. I mean, I love her anyways, regardless of whether or not she did my hair, but she also is a cosmetologist, a salonist, an artiste in the hair professionals. Anyways, I had my hair done over summertime, and I wasn't happy at all with how it turned out. Because I guess it was a little bit of my fault, maybe, sort of, I don't know. I wasn't aware that when they colored it, they would use like an ashy toner, and so the colored blonde that I wanted was like nice and gold, because that's what I'm used to. Listen, believe me, I am a natural blonde. My roots are just like darker now. It breaks my little heart. Anyways, so I wanted to get kind of like the color back to the nice golden tone that I wanted and had almost all my life. And instead I got like an ashy gray tone. And I wasn't happy with it. And I remember calling my cousin and I was sad. I was like, I just spent $140 on my stupid hair and it's not even the way that I want it. And we talked a little over what I could do. It's probably just a tone issue, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, when I found out she was going to Georgia and I was going to Georgia, and I was like, hey, girl, listen, can we figure out if you can do my hair? And she did, bless her. I love it so much. She was able to bring some of her, I did not even think you could. I was like, how are you gonna fly with hair chemicals? Is that gonna be okay? Like, are you gonna get flagged for that? What's up? Nope, it was fine. She just packed it up in her bag and then flew on down, and I said, alrighty. But yeah, so she fixed my hair up a little bit. Y'all aren't probably gonna be able to tell, but it's really just like the overall tone is a lot better than what I wanted to. And that was really fun, and it was cool seeing her in action, and it took all day almost, but it was really funny watching us sit outside with little country house trying to do this hair and whatnot. It was a good time. So while I was in Georgia, Eric was technically back here at home, which means I, when the time came, had to fly back here by myself. And if you don't know, I'm not the best at flying. Like, I have to do it because I understand, sometimes it's just faster and more efficient, and I'm fine if I have somebody else with me. But when I fly by myself, I sometimes get really anxious, like really, really anxious. And it's always like pre-jitters, right? I've been through the Atlanta airport plenty of times, and I'm kind of familiar with it. I'm familiar with the St. Louis airport and all that fun stuff. But sometimes, no matter what it is, like I, just really get really anxious about getting to the plane and whatnot. And it sucks that coming back here, I had to, we were rushing a little bit, and so I didn't have enough time to get any kind of water bottle. And I know technically, like, oh, Billy, why didn't you just bring a water bottle and then empty it and fill it up? Listen, I didn't think about all that, okay? I just wanted to buy one there, and I didn't have any time to buy one there, and it sucked. I went there, right when I got to my gate, it was already boarding, and I could have technically, if I really wanted to, I could have just waited, got one, or like I could have made them wait or whatever and then got one, because it wasn't, it wasn't like I had the board right then and there. I had a couple of minutes. But I didn't want to wait a couple of minutes because my anxiety was like, I need to be sitting right here and be ready for when they're ready. So when they're ready and I'm ready and I can get on the plane. And normally when I get on the plane, I'm fine. Like I decided I'll just hold it out. They're going to give us water bottles. It's only an hour and a half flight. The flight's not even that bad. And I had my Switch. I had my headphones. I knew I got the new Splatoon 3, which I love. Oh my gosh, you guys, Splatoon 3 is so good. Like, I have been playing this game so much. I'll see if I can, I've been streaming it as well over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/BillyBoo with 4 O's. It's linked down below if you ever want to come say hi. Anyways, really, really good game, but I had it with me on the flight because I was going to do the story mode and whatever, because obviously you can't play it online, to help distract me. I always have to be doing something on the plane. I know some people are like, oh, if you get anxious on the plane, just go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I want to be up and ready and prepared. I don't know in case anything were to happen, which they won't, but that's how my mind works. So I had my Switch. I finally got on the plane. I sat down. Thankfully, I guess the one thing good about flying alone is that when me and Eric fly, and for whatever stupid reason, sometimes our seats are not side by side. Don't ask me why. I have no idea why. If you book a flight for 2 people, they're not seated side by side. Why is that? I don't know. Anyway, so that was good at least, and it was a really nice plane. Don't ask me what it is. I don't remember the plane. It's some kind of Airbus. And I swear, every time I leave from Atlanta to St. Louis, there is always so many basic soldiers or whatever, military people coming in. And I guess it's because obviously, Fort Leonard Wood or whatever. But it's just always kind of wild. So it was a really big plane, and it was really nice condition, all of that was stuff. Delta planes are great. They have a little TV on the back, whatever. I got on, and we had a little bit of turbulence, taking out. Got really nervous, but I was like, okay, I'm okay. I'm just gonna sit here. Everything's fine. I forgot at that moment, the main reason I'd like to have a water bottle with me basically everywhere I go is because when I get anxious, I like to drink water because it helps to calm me down, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know the mental, whatever of it, but it helps. It also helps when you're on a plane, if you don't like gum like me, to have it to pop your ears, sort of, kind of. And I know I had snacks, but I didn't want to eat my snacks until I got up into the air. So I was sitting there struggling a little bit with my poor little headphones, playing Splatoon, whatever, trying to calm down. It's oh, everything's okay. They know what they're doing. They know what's going on. And when we finally get into the air, and then they go down the aisle and they hand out, I thought they would hand out pretzels. They didn't hand out pretzels. They handed out cookies or something. I didn't even bother getting one because I had snacks. But the little water bottles are so tiny. And I went through it so quick. Anyways, this whole story is literally just me complaining about not getting a water bottle for a flight or not having one pre-prepared or something. It was ridiculous. But I got home. I've been home. I've actually technically been here for a week, but I haven't had time to record anything because we had a one-day convention about last weekend, I believe. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was a little one-day thing called MissouriCon up in St. Louis, and we went to that. There wasn't anything super special about it. They did not have some kind of Sailor Moon concert or something like that, which was pretty cool, but it was definitely a different crowd. It was the first convention I've tabled at that it was a one-day thing. I wasn't sure quite what I was signing up for one day, because I've only done 3 days events, but I've heard some people doing really well at 1 day's events. So, I just had to kind of figure it out, and I went there, and I set up and everything, and it was cool. The person to my right was Cartoons by Indy, and I had seen her at a couple of different cons. I'm gonna link her stuff down below because she's just so cool. She's the coolest person. But it was cool to sit beside her and get to talk to her a little bit better. I've gotten a commission by her over on my pin board. I like to do every convention, I like to commission another artist to draw me and Eric. I did that before I even was tabling at events, even if I participated, if I attended a con, I would always get a commission of me and Eric. So it's just something that, I don't know, I always get done. It's really cute, it's really sweet, whatever. Yeah, I know we're adorable. But We went to that. It was let me see. We woke up at like 5 to drive at 7. It's 2 hours away. So we set up at 9, got there. The doors opened at 10, and we went until 5 in the afternoon, I believe. And just the one-day convention, I'm pretty sure we made about 400 in sales, which is good. I mean, that's about what you would make an average, maybe Friday or Saturday, not Friday. Yeah, Friday or Sunday from a 3-day convention. And it was really nice. Definitely a different crowd though. It was the first time that I had ever had like a more younger crowd. I hardly didn't sell any prints. I didn't sell any keychains. Literally like half of my sales that day was all stickers. It was all stickers. It was crazy how many stickers and commissions. I mean, I always get a lot of commissions, but it was wild. It was wild. But, and the commissions were really nice. I tried to tell people because I wasn't sure, going into it. Normally when I do commissions at 3-day conventions, I will tell them like, hey, I'm going to work on this. I'll give it back to you like Saturday or Sunday whenever I'm done. I'll text you, I'll email you, whatever. You can come pick it up at the table. But for one day, I didn't think I would have enough time to finish them the day of. And so I figured like, I'll just tell everybody I'll mail it, right? Because I'm thinking, it's not going to cost me anything to mail it. I'm not going to do it in my nice flat envelopes that I do for my stickers and products for my art shop. I just do a regular envelope. So yeah, and it ended up being pretty well. There was one gentleman in particular who was talking about a comic book character that I'm not familiar with, but I felt for him. He was talking about how he wishes the vendors had more comic book because this event wasn't like an anime convention, right? I know some people, when I say convention, they're automatically assuming anime, but there's so many different kind of conventions. You have anime, you have like video games, Comic-Con, pop culture, I think is what this one was titled as. And so it was supposed to be a blend of everything, but I get where he was coming from. There was only like 2 comic book vendors, and I'm assuming when you're going for that, you would want more. I thought it was fine, but at the same time, like, I'm not there for comic books, so I don't get a say. Either way, it was really nice. I had a really good time. We went out for drinks afterwards with some friends, so that's always a fun time as well. And that's what I ended up doing last Saturday, the Saturday before. If I say the Saturday before, you're all gonna be like, well, Billy, what have you been up to? Where have you been? Where are the videos? Where's the content? I've been streaming. We're back on our daily stream schedule and whatnot. I'm trying to currently finish up A Link Between Worlds. We are soon going to be starting, I'm very excited for this one. We are soon going to be starting a Breath of the Wild Master Run hard mode, no death, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm gonna try it out because I was very excited for the Tears of the Kingdom trailer. Okay, let's not talk about that because I won't shut up about it. Very excited for that. In honor of it, I figured I would play the Breath of the Wild game beforehand and replay that. I don't think I'll do the DLC because that's one and done. Anyways, very excited for it. I think it's going to be a good time. And currently, as this video is going out, you will see that it is the month of October. It is the month of Spookytober. So what does that mean, Billy? Well, let me tell you, it is the time for Inktober, which I have been doing, I don't know how many years. Gosh, it's gotta at least be like 2016. What is that math? 6 years? Yeah, we'll say 6 years. We'll just say 6 years. 2016, maybe 2015. 2016 for sure. Yeah, probably, for sure. 27. Anyways, so it is time once again, and I will go. I am determined to finish this one this year. Last year I started and I dipped out so quick, and the year before that I got pretty far. I think I made it to day 25, and then I stopped, which is pretty amenable. But this year I have it planned. I have it written out. Look, I've got everything written out, so I will not stop, right? Right, that's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, Billy, you can't give up if it's written out. You have no excuse. You have no excuse but the time. I will say, as of recording this video on the 3rd, I'm already behind 2 days. But that's besides the point. We will be working on it though. You'll see a video upcoming pretty soon about my process for how I'm doing it this time, because I'm writing a comic book story. I'm technically doing Linktober, so it's all Zelda themed, so I'm writing a story for it. And I originally did it in markers, my Copic markers, and I wasn't super pleased with how it turned out. So I'm doing like a weird mix of traditionally inking it out and then digitally coloring it, because I want it to be good, you know. I have it in my heart that I really want this to be good. But anyways, those are our plans for the next coming up couple of weeks. I'm ready to be back. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to see all of you guys. It's such a pleasure. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I apologize so much. But it looks like our picture is basically done. You can see here, woo, all the blue characters. The blue wasn't as hard to do, but at the same time, I get so much crap for picking Metal Sonic over Sonic, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets at all. At all. Oh my goodness. So anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was fun catching up with all of y'all. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.